Hi, welcome to Speaking Of. I'm Kate.
And I'm Jared.
And today Jared has some interesting topics hidden from me on his hidden agenda.
Hidden agenda.
I'm going to go ahead and let him get started.
We're going to have a pop culture week and kind of report on some of the big pop culture stories that have happened.
Just so you know, I do know about pop culture. I just don't stay
she just
up
doesn't
on it.
keep up on it.
Yeah, so,
I have no life, so clearly,
I mean, there are plenty of times when I have no idea what people are talking about.
Yes, and I have to make sure, she doesn't look foolish.
Whatever.
So.
He likes to make sure I do look foolish. Let's be honest. All right.
So the first big thing that is trending this week is that Lifetime is producing a behind-the-scenes movie. They've been doing a lot of these lately. About Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
The unauthorized story. So...
Okay, so...
before I go into it... Alright, go for it.
Here's what I'm thinking. I mean... is this where they're in the locker room, and they're talking about how What's-Her-Bucket's gonna do that stripper movie?
I think who was it? It was Elizabeth Berkley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or is Screech back there not being a nerd?
Well, this is what scares me the most.
Being a stripper girl or making out, I don't know.
Apparently, drinking and drugs were involved.
Well,
and
it was high school.
Of course, the sex. But here's my thing. I do not want to think about the Screech having the sex. Ever.
They were in high school. That shouldn't happen.
Well, it's just weird how all of these little teeny bopper shows, I don't know if it's because these kids get a hold of it, or they have access to it, or what.
Here's my concern.
I don't like any of it.
The people that are around to watch this, do they even care? I think it's too late. I think they should have brought it out 20 years ago.
Well, I guess, funny that you should mention that, the Screech, I can't remember what his real name is, like the beaver.
Yes, the Screecher.
Except the Screech. He is, I guess, written already a tell-all book about it. I just haven't seen it yet.
I know what's going on here. Most of the others have gone on to do other things.
They have.
The Screech...
Even the stripper rebounded her career from that.
Right, so the Screech, he had to resort to, being like a teacher's aide or whatever in the next generation of Saved by the Bell. And now he's like,
oh, that's
now
right.
What do
he was
I do?
On the spinoff.
Right? So now he's like, well, crap, I guess I'll write a tell-all book. And hey, what about that background footage? I think he's just trying to make some money.
Can you imagine the background footage? What'd you say that for? Oh, I don't want to think about it.
That's what you were talking about!
I know, but still, yeah.
Once again, Jared starts a conversation that then he doesn't want to hear about.
Yes. If you get a chance, though, Google the cast that they've got to portray these kids, because they're pretty close.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see what's... Okay,
yes.
So I thought... Okay, I'm sorry. I was confused about how it was going to work. I thought it was going to be the background footage, but really it's just reenactment.
Really, it's just reenactment and unauthorized and yada,
waste
yada,
of
yada,
everybody's time.
I don't know. Somebody's going to want to know.
I don't.
Somebody's going to want to know. I'm telling you.
I barely cared about them then.
Well, and this is what else scares me. So this is coming out. What happens if there's a tell-all about Friends? Because they all got along, right?
What's to tell?
They got along.
They got along fine, and it's not like nobody knows about the whole Chandler being on drug thing. Okay, it's Matt Perry, whatever.
Chandler was never on drugs.
Everybody knows that he had
Disclaimer.
that bout with whatever, and then he got over it, and it's all fine, and they're all still friends now. Can we not just let it go, people?
Let it go.
Let's not sing the song. Okay, let's move
on. All right, in other news. Mr. Shia LaBeouf, who is not famous anymore and has publicly decried... No, he said, I am not famous. He does not want to be famous anymore.
Oh, so he's declared he's not famous.
Yes, he's declared
he's decided.
Yes, and did you hear about his little exhibit that he did to apologize for all his work he's done?
What is he, like the next Cat Stevens?
No, he did this little art exhibit where he wore a bag over his head, and people could just come in off the street and stare at him. And he had objects from his various movies because he needed to apologize.
For what?
Because he is such a horrible actor. No, I don't know. I don't really think he's that bad of an actor.
I don't think so.
But he would apparently sob under the paper bag while he was sitting there.
Okay, maybe he needs to go to therapy rather than having a display of himself in a bed.
All right, so the only reason I'm prefacing this with what actually happened is so that you have a clue and aren't surprised.
So I have a clue. Listen to how he talks to me, so I have a clue. give you a clue.
So this past week, in fact, I think it might have only been a couple days ago, he was at a show of cabaret on Broadway.
Like watching the show.
Watching the show,
Okay.
not in the show.
Okay.
Being tremendously obnoxious and
Like heckling? Or
heckling. He would like start applauding before the songs even started.
was he drunk? Or
Most
high?
likely, reports say that he had been
Although
witnessed seeing.
at the same time, I
Yeah,
think that
taking some
anytime somebody does something that people find inappropriate, whatever, the go-to is, oh well, they must have been inebriated in some.
Well,
We can tell you from experience
Yes, we
that's not
know.
always the case. Just saying.
Just saying. We're not often inebriated, but people think we are.
Often.
Anyway. So it gets to the point, I guess, where security is called. He refuses to cooperate with security, so then they have
Did
to
they have to
call.
stop the show?
They had to stop the
Stop
show.
the show!
I guess they put up. Well, I felt bad. They put up with him through the entire first act
Wow.
before they decided to do something about it.
Okay.
So the cops come. He's angry, of course, at the security guard, and I guess spits on said security guard.
Spitting is never the answer, people.
No.
Okay, it's gross, and it doesn't send the same message that it used to.
Yeah. And to make matters worse, reports also say that he was chasing around a homeless person before the show even started.
Well, maybe he needed a date to the show.
Something's going on. All I know.
Poor Shia.
Yes, because I'm like, this reminds me a lot of what happened with Amanda Bynes before Amanda.
Poor
finally-
Amanda. You know,
But she's back.
is she okay?
But she's keeping on the down low.
Well, she
We
probably
haven't heard
should.
anything, a lot of things about it, and that's how it
Hi,
should be.
friend.
Hi, Amanda. We miss you. Come watch our show. Be a guest. She's not doing anything else.
That's what she wants to hear. I apologize on behalf of my partner.
She has to apologize for me a lot. All right, so let's end things with a high note, with something good.
Are we ending things?
Yeah, I think we're about to that.
We
that
wouldn't
point.
know because our timer went dark.
Our teleprompter went off. Producer.
You're fired! Gonna pull a Donald Trump.
That's
You're
right.
fired.
He feels horrible, I can tell, as he's sitting back there guffawing.
I'm pointing while he does.
So anyway, Karen,
Wow.
Miss Amy Adams, who we both enjoy.
I saw something
I
that
think you
she had
probably-
given up a seat on a flight
That's
for a serviceman.
right, she
You
did.
gotta love that Amy
You
Adams
do. She
because
was
I know I
on
do.
a Delta flight, and there was a serviceman coming back from his tour of duty, and she gave up her first class seat.
So she traded him seats.
Yes. So I thought that was very classy.
You know what? She's classy enough, and if she's willing to sit in what
Coach.
come hang out with us.
Oh yeah.
We're like the coach of the internet, basically.
We are the coach of the internet. Amy Adams, come be on our show.
We will make you so comfortable in coach.
Yes, we will. We'll even give you some roasted peanuts.
Hope you're supplying those because I'm.
I
not.
can find them.
I got some Pringles.
Oh, she probably likes Pringles.
Who doesn't?
That'd be pretty good.
She probably likes Pringles.
Anyway, on that note, that'll do us for this week. I'm Jared.
I'm Kate.
We'll see you next time.